About verbs. So what is verbs we have seen, and what are the main characteristics of verbs? That only we have seen in the previous class. So just we will recollect it. Once we can recollect it, and then we can go to the types of verbs. So what are the types of verbs available? We'll see one by one. Okay. So generally, you know, verbs means some action will be takes place. Okay. So somebody is doing some action. Okay, some action which will be takes place in the particular topic. Okay, it will be represented in terms of verbs. So what is the common definition of verbs which we have seen in the previous class? So as we know that the verb it's a specific way. It has its own way, and we can easily shape and we can easily modify the sentences. What type of sentences you are going to select, we can easily modify, you can shape it. Okay, in the previous class we had seen that. And this is one of the fundamental elements, the main thing. Without fundamental, you cannot able to learn anything. So this is one of the fundamental aspects in the sentences. Okay, without fundamental, you cannot able to shape it, or we cannot be able to mold it. Okay. Third one, we said these verbs will be maximum. It will be used in English, all the English languages. So all the type of English languages we are using these verbs. So we cannot. You can ask question, teacher. Only these verbs can be used only in English. So each and every language will have a verbs. These verbs will indicate the type of action which will be takes place in terms of present tense, past tense, future tense. Okay, so this action which will be takes place continuously. And next they are saying that without verbs, if there is no verbs, all the sentences will be insensitive and meaningless. In the previous class we had seen that. Okay, just we are recollecting it. And next we are saying that the main purpose of these verbs is to indicate the timing. So what time you are going to say, whether it indicates present, past or future. So it will represent the timing of the sentences, timing of the action which will be takes place in the corresponding sentences. Okay, so it shows that the timing, okay, the exact timing, exact location we can say, okay, or in terms of action. Moreover, we are going to see there are 5 types of verbs. How many types? 5 types of verbs we are going to see one by one. Okay, as I said to you previously, today we are going to see with some more examples, day-to-day examples we are going to see, and we are going to observe it. Okay, and we are going to learn, we are going to gain knowledge how to utilize the verbs, how to use the verbs, how to read the verbs, what type of verbs will be there. Okay, next, so these are the types of verbs which we had seen last class. One is base form. The first one is said to be in base form. The second one is said to be in past form. Third one is past participle form. And the fourth one is said to be in present participle form. And next, the fifth one is said to be in third person singular form. Okay, these are the types of forms of verbs which is available in English. So totally we are saying that 5 types of forms of verbs available. One is said to be in base form. Number 2 is said to be in past form. Number 3 is said to be in past participle form. 4 is said to be in present. Number 5 is said to be in singular. So it can be represented. How we are going to represent? Teacher, I cannot be able to read these forms. like base form, teacher. It's difficult for me to communicate, difficult for me to pronounce it. I can't able to pronounce this past form, past participle form, present participle form, or singular form. I cannot be able to pronounce it. I cannot able to keep in mind. For example, so for that you can represent in terms of verbs. So all this will becomes in terms of verbs, forms of verbs. Generally we will say forms of verbs. So each and every forms will be represented in terms of shortcut V1. So V1 stands for verb 1. This is said to be V2. V2 stands for verb 2. V2 stands for verb 2. You can say verb 2, V2 directly to the teacher. Third one is said to be an past participle. It will be represented in terms of V3. What is this? V3. And fourth one, you can say the present participle in terms of V4. What is this? V4. Finally, the singular form, which will be represented in terms of V5. Okay. So we are saying that V1, V2, V3, V4, V5. These are the 5 types of verbs. Either you can pronounce it in terms of V1, V2, V3, V4, V5, or you can pronounce it in terms of forms, base forms, present forms, past past participle form, okay, or singular. So you can pronounce it dono way, okay. So 2 types you can pronounce it, depends upon your learning methodology or learning skills, okay. So now what we are going to do today. So today we are going to learn about this V1. Okay. So what is base form? So why we are going to use this base form? Where we are going to use it? That's the main question. What is the question is? Where we are going to use this base form? Why we are going to use this base form? This is the main motto of studying this V1 base forms. So we are going to compare, we are going to study all these verbs V1 to V5 in terms of why, where, how to use it, where to use it, when to use it, how to pronounce it, okay. So what type of sentences we can make it, so what type of sentences we can shape it, what type of sentences we can mold it, okay. So how to mold it, how to shape it, okay, and what type of action which will be takes place. That's the main motto of these concerned verbs. So generally you know that each and every verb will give some actions. So what type of action it represents, whether the action will be represented in terms of V1 or V2 or V3 or V4 or V5. So just we are going to identify, we are going to separate, and it is easy for you to identify what type of verb has been given here, how the sentences action has been takes place, okay. So next we will see about this base form, that is V1. The first one is to be an V1, okay. So what is the common definition of this base form? What is the common definition of this base form? Okay. So generally we will say the base form of verb. So generally we know this is the base form, okay. The base form of verb is also known as a root form. It is also called as a root form. So what is root? For example, you know that this is the tree. So these are the roots. These are all roots. This is the stem, which will be rises. See, How it is? The leaves are like this. So this will be below the sand. This will be below the sand. So the below the sand, the roots are very strong. The roots are very strong. If the roots are strong, for example, they are saying that the roots are strong, then it is easy for you to form the sentence. If roots are not strong, then how you can form the sentence? If the roots are not strong, then how it can balance it? It can never balance it. If you need the balance of this entire structure, the root should be strong, 100% strong. How much percentage? 100% strong. Okay. Generally, they are saying that the base form will always represent a verb. It is a verb. Generally, we know that. The other name for this verb is said to be a root form. Okay. What is this? Root form. Okay. And it is the original form. They are saying that this is the one of the original. Compared to all other parameters like present, past, singular, when you are comparing all these things, this will give the original meaning of the sentences, or we can say that the originality of action which will be takes place. Yeah, the particular action which will be takes place at a particular time in terms of originality or live show. Or live show, we can say like that also. Okay, so it is said to be an base form. Other name is called as a root form, and it always gives what it gives. It always gives originality. There is no duplicate. Okay, so it will always represent the original form of structure, original shape. Okay, original content, original matter. Okay, where there are no changes. Okay, here they are saying that this original form never change anything. For example, you can say this is a car. Okay, whatever maybe, this is a car. So can you change the name of this car? This is the door. This is the car. Okay, is it possible to change the name of the car? No. So car means car. Okay, if it is a bus, it is a bus. If it is a temple, temple. God is God. Man is man. Woman is woman. Okay. Cycle is cycle. Chair, chair. So these are the original forms. TV, TV. Light, light. Okay. Water, water. Okay. Mouse, mouse. Pen, pen. Okay, these are the original form. You cannot able to change this name of this pen. Okay, this is the pen. The main function of this pen is mainly for writing purpose. I can write whatever I like. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whatever I like, I can write it. Okay, we can say board, chair, table, boy, girl, man, woman, chocolate, cake, food, bag, headphone, mobile phone, shirt, pant. So it will go on like this. The words which will never change the originality. What is that? The words which will never changes the originality is said to be a base form or root form. Okay, so no one can change that. Okay, you can have alternate names, but the meanings which will be remains same. Okay, that is said to be an base forms. Okay, next they are saying that this means that these words have not been conjugated. They are saying that if it is a base form, then they are saying that these words, you know what is words? Okay, so each and everything will represent terms of words. All are words. Okay, all are words. Okay, verb is a word, is a word, use is a word, do, create, these are all words. Okay, all are words. So they are saying that this base form use all these words and not being conjugated, it will never conjugated. Yeah, do not include prefix or suffixes. So in the future class, we are going to see what is prefix and what is suffix. Okay. In the upcoming class, we will see what is suffix and what is prefix. Okay. So we will see with some examples. Okay. And in fact, the base form of the verb is used to create other forms of verb in English. Sometimes they are saying that these base forms can also used to create other forms of verbs. That's why, as I already said to you, that there is alternate words which will be available for a particular sentence, particular words. Okay, so alternate words in terms of same meaning. It is said to be an other forms of verbs in English. So beside root verbs are the most often used. We are using 100% to indicate the simple present tenses. What is it? Simple present tenses. Now to indicate 100%, we are using this base form. Okay. So once again, I am going to recollect it. What is base form? So it is a type of verb. This base form is also called as a V1, and it is said to be an verb. It is said to be a verb. Okay. So the type of verb is said to be an base form or base verb. It is also called as a root form. Okay, so these are the major roots of the grammar. Yeah, and which will give always the originality or original shape, original structure. Okay, without any changes, it will be takes place. So the original form of shape or structure which will be takes place in terms of root form. Okay, it is called as a base form. Okay, so otherwise you can keep it as an example. This is the base. Below the base, roots are available. So it is said to be an base form. What is this? It is said to be an base form. Otherwise, it is said to be an root form. So two forms we are saying. Okay, base form. And here generally they are saying that these base forms and root form, there is no changes. Yeah, so these are the true surface, original surface. There will be no changes will be takes place in this surface. And generally they are saying that the words which have not been conjugated, sometimes they are saying that these words has not been conjugated, do not include. Here we are not going to consider any prefix or suffixes. This prefix and suffix will never comes in the original form of base form. Okay, it will never comes. So if prefix is coming and if suffix is coming, then we cannot say that it will comes in terms of base form. So it will be, then it will be away from the base form. Okay, so that is the main thing, you have to identify that. Okay, and next they are saying that these base forms are used to create other forms of verbs. Okay, you can use other, there is an alternative meaning is also available in these base forms, and it is often used 100%. We are using this verb base form 100%. Okay, because there is no changes, so maximum, majority, or highly we are going to use this. The name of the form is again base form. Okay, so we have seen easily that base form is also called as a root form, and it's a original form, and there is no changes, and it will never be conjugate, and there is no suffix, and there is no prefix, and it can also be have a other name of verbs. Okay, and it is often used continuously. Using continuously from the starting point to the end point to get the sentences in terms of action. Okay, so this is said to be a base form. Now we will see some of the examples. So what are the examples? By seeing the examples, you can easily identify what is base form and how the sentences will be in the base form. Okay. Or we can say how to write the sentences in base form. Okay, so we'll go to the next slides. See some of the examples. I said to you, we are going to see some examples. What type of examples we are going to see? Base forms of verbs. So what is the other name for this base form? What is the other name? Root form. So root form means generally we will say it's the original. Yeah. So there is no suffix. There is no suffix. There is no suffix. So 100% we are using this base form to get your sentences in terms of action. So first one, what they are saying. I love to play tennis, lawn tennis. For example, you can say, I love to play tennis. Okay, it's easy for you. Okay, I love to play tennis. So this is the base form. So tennis, there is no other name for tennis. That's why the word has given the originality. So here what it says, I. So I am the person. I or you. You can say you or he or she or Aditya or Hari, whatever maybe you can. Hari love to play tennis. Love. Okay, if you are using the subject in terms of he or she, it becomes in terms of love. Okay, so here I am using in terms of singular. I love to play tennis. So I am interested to play tennis. So I am most interested to play volleyball. I love to play carrom board. I love to play chess. Okay. I love to play music. So like this, these sentences will comes in terms of base form. These are the root forms of the sentences. Okay. The first one, originality has been shown in the base form. Second one, she goes for a run every morning. She. Okay, here they are saying she. It's a girl. Yeah, it is a girl. Or we can make it he also, no problem. He or she goes for a run. Goes for a run. So running is going on every morning. Every morning he will go for a run. Okay. Hari goes for a run every morning or running every morning. Okay, so here they are saying that she, okay, she goes for a run every morning. Every day, daily, she will run. Okay, the morning. Third point, I like to watch movies with my. What action has been takes place? Watch. Okay, so this is action has been takes place. I like to watch movies. What do you like to watch? You can ask questions. I like to watch movies. With whom you want to watch? With my friends. With my brother. I like to watch movie with my brother. I like to watch movie with my sister. I like to watch movie with my parents. I like to watch movie with my uncle. Okay, or I like to watch movie with my friends. Okay, so it will be go on like this. So you can change it as you like. Okay, so here I You are the person. I'm the person. I like to watch movies. So I mean more interested to watch movies. Only with my friends. Whenever my friends are coming, along with my friends, I can watch movie. Alone, single, without my friends, I cannot watch movies. So this is my habit. Okay. So whenever I want to go for any movies, I will take with my friends for the support. So you can say, ask why you are taking the friends. So if you are taking your friends with you, you can chat with them. They will guide you. Okay. So where to go, how to go, everything. Okay. So these three are the major base form of the verbs. One is I love. Here what they are saying, love is given as. Next one is run. The third one is again like. Okay. So these are the three words. The example for the base form of verbs that uses the original forms. No changes will be takes place. No changes. Okay. So once again I'm saying I love to play tennis. So this word love, there is no other word. Love. Okay. To play tennis. I love to drink coffee, for example. I love to drink coffee. I love to drink Coca-Cola. You can make like this also. These words love. Okay, the word which as given here will give the original form or originality which will never change any way or any aspect. Yeah, that's what they are saying that. So I love to drink Coca-Cola. I love to drink coffee. Okay, I love to drink cold coffee, whatever maybe. Okay. The next one is she goes for a run every morning. This run, it's no changes. This will comes in terms of original form. She goes for a run. So she always go a run. She always go for running every morning. Okay, so that's why they mentioned in terms of run. Third one, I like to watch this like. So this it shows the interest. There is no other word to replace it. Like means like. Okay, so what they are saying is I like to watch movie with my friends. Okay, so all these words will be comes under in terms of originality or original forms. So original form has been of words has been given here. Okay, so these are the some of the examples of this verb forms, I mean base forms. So once again, can we recollect it? So once again, I will say about this base form. Listen here carefully. Okay. So today what we are seeing is what is verb, what is verb, what is the definition of verb we have seen. So once again I am saying here, listen here carefully. Yes, we recollect it. What is verb? What is verb? What is the definition of verbs? Number 2. Number 3, we have seen what are the fundamental aspects will be followed in the verbs, how to discuss the verbs, and finally we have seen what are the types of verbs available. Next we have seen about this, what is V1, what is V2, what is V3, what is V4, what is V5 we have seen. And what is the name of this V1 also we have seen here. What is the name of this V2 is also seen here. V3, V4 and V5 also seen here. Okay. Next we have seen that the first form of verb is said to be in base form. Other one is said to be in root form. It will always give the originality of the structure. Okay. So original structure will be always represented. And there is no alternative words will be available like run, love, like, whatever. Okay, so there is no alternative solution. So these words will give you a strong action of that particular sentences in terms of strong action. Okay, it will give a strong action for the concerned sentences. Okay, and what is the other name for this verb? Also we are given here. How much percentage we are going to use these verbs in the sentences also seen here. Okay, and what is not available in this base verb prefix and the suffix is not available also we are seeing. And we are seeing 3 examples also. One is I love to play tennis, love. She goes to run every morning. I like to watch movie with my. So these are the some of the examples. Today you practice in your house. Okay. So what are the words used for how to form the sentences with base forms? Okay. So today is